First, let me ask you here about coming here, because Aaron was saying that you guys had a pretty bumpy plane ride.
This plane thing, man, I can't do it. Like my friend, he travels like the president, just personal jets. He's used to it. I can't do it.
What's it like for you to be able to be here and experience this right now?
Like I said, it's just another part of the blessing that it is to be a Big Ten basketball player. You know, honestly, for me, this is like a dream come true just for me to, be playing at this elite level. Even though I've been here for 3 years and been competitive, and have some great performances at play, I still see it as still a special thing to me, even as the same way I came in as a freshman, just because I know where I started at my basketball career. Just to see myself here is just a blessing. So just to be here with around these great players and people asking us questions about the season, just to see the environment of the business of basketball, and everything is just good.
For you personally, what changed, and I don't want to say what point did the light come on, but at what point did things really start to click for you as a player in terms of your responsibility and what you feel you have to do in the program?
Well, are you saying for how Coach Fran has felt I've been doing this off season, or over the course of
your career?
Really, I think it just came from just listening to my coaches freshman year and just trying to play as hard as I could, and then good things started to happen, and then I had some success, and then obviously I've had some ups and lows in my career, but this year I'm just going to get back to just playing harder and still treating it as an adventure, as if almost I'm a freshman, not from my mentality for how I'm executing and how I attack the game, but just for my enthusiasm and just passion for the game. It's I don't want to think about this shit. I put so much time in the weight room, put so much time in the gym. I just want to do what my coaches ask me to do, and I just want to go out and play as hard as possible and let the chips fall where they may.
What did you learn from that time that you spent where you were benched and you came off as the sixth man on the team? Because it happened midway through your sophomore year, and then you started last year coming off the bench, and then there was a point where you got inserted back in the starting lineup. What did you take away from that experience?
It just humbled me. I've been humbled all my life, except for a shorter period of time I kind of lost that, and usually God has a way of showing you that, never forget where you came from. So I think it was good for me because it just allowed me to sit back and see the game. And then I had to be honest with myself and tell myself, why is this happening to you? Because Coach Fran loves you. He wants you to be a great player. And, everybody was on your side when you was playing well. So it's these people don't like you. So, where's your responsibility in this? So I think it just humbled me, and it forced me to answer some things about myself as a player, for my basketball IQ, and not making mistakes and different things like that. And obviously I kind of had your confidence can kind of waver a little bit, so you have to try to maintain that and keep your spirits up while you're recognizing your weaknesses. But I think it was good for me because it just humbled me, and I always remember that, whether I continue to play basketball wherever I am at. I always remember that whenever you stop working hard, it's going to catch up with you.
I'll have a little fun with you here and play kind of a name association. I'm going to just say a name and you tell me what comes to mind. Start with Devin Marble.
Cash.
Okay.
Money. Yeah. That's what I think of when you say his name. Money, cash.
Just in terms of how he plays?
Just everything. Just how he is. He's like a business. He's like an empire. Look at this guy. He's like a walking corporation. When you say Devin Marble and say him, I just think money, cash. His jumper's cash. Everything's cash with this guy.
Zach McCabe.
Assassin. Silent assassin, though. Because he flies under the radar, but he always gets you. In practice, if you leave him open, the three is just automatic. It's a lot of people don't realize that. Zach really is one of the hardest people to guard just because of how smart he is, and he moves without the ball, and he only need a split second to get that shot off. And he can drive. He can do so many things. He's such a versatile player. So when I think of Zach, I think of a silent assassin.
Aaron White.
The first thing I think of when I think of Aaron White, I don't know, worm. He's slippery. He's a worm to me. That's what I think of when I think of him. Just now, I don't know why. I love Aaron White, though. I love his game. I see his development as a player. from when he first got here. And, he was kind of the under the radar player. And this year he was an Olympian, and I was so proud of him for that. So, honestly, when I think of him, I think of just consistency.
Gabe Olashani.
Ibaka, Serge Ibaka. I always tell him, like, you Serge Ibaka's little brother. That's how you should feel every time you hit the court. Just for Gabe's hidden potential and, not hidden to us, but, to the public eye. So athleticism and quickness for a guy. Like, I didn't see that in AAU. Maybe Adrian Payne was the closest thing to Gabe. But honestly, Gabe is like, he has the most ability I've seen out of someone to be 6'11", in my years of playing basketball, for who I've played against and stuff.
I got 3 more for you here. Peter Jock.
Water, because his jump is sweet. Mm-hmm. He might have one of the sweetest jumpers I ever seen in my life. Like, when you say Peter Jock, I just think water. Like, if he gets a shot off, it's water.
Fran McCaffrey.
I don't know. I think when you say Coach McCaffrey, the first thing that come to my mind is like the streets of Philly. Like, just he's fearless. The way he coaches players to be fearless. He never backs down. Like, I just like his mentality. He wants you to dunk on people. He likes challenges. He likes to put his teams against the best teams. He feel like his teams are talented. Like, I like the way he has it. He brings that Philly toughness and energy, and I like his charisma and just his passion for game and how hard he coaches us. I like that.
And the last name here, and then I got a few more questions. Melsahn Basabe.
Slime. That's what I think of when I hear myself. Nah, honestly, when you say my name, I just think of happy. I've always been a happy person. Everybody knows me for that. Like, I always be happy. I'm always happy for the most part. So when you say my name, I'm thinking like smiles or happy or just joy. And usually when I see somebody, I try to make them smile. So that's what I think of when I think of me, being happy.
What would success be in your eyes this season?
Success would be, one, being in the NCAA tournament and being, doing something special for us, for our group, and being a winner. That's obviously at the top of the list, because no matter how successful you are as an individual, if you're not on a successful team, it always doesn't look as good. If you look at the top sports performers in history, they always pretty much are on successful teams that have some type of high level success.
Right.
No one's gonna respect the constant loser. So, one, it would be that. And for me, I think it just would be playing to my potential. If I could do that this year, no matter what the outcome is for, my professional aspirations, or I don't know how many points per game I'm average. I just want to play with my potential, and this year I just don't want to have no regrets. So every game I go into, I just want to play hard, and whether I miss 10 shots, and at least I took them. Not saying I'm going to shoot every time I get the ball, but I don't want to play with what holding back. So obviously I'm going to stay within my role and help my team win, but I want to give my team everything. I don't ever want to walk away from the game and feel like I shorted myself and my team by being tentative or anything. I don't want to hold back, nothing.